And this stuff is pretty burly. Holy crap. It's just hanging on by the skin of your teeth. Hey everybody, I am out here today at White Tanks Regional Mountain Park out here. I'm going to hit the competitive loop. I'm flying solo once again. Scott is not with me today. I had some bike issues, and so Scott went riding elsewhere and I got them resolved quicker than I thought I would. So I'm out here with a little daylight here left to spare. But as you could see from the video footage coming into this place, it's absolutely spectacular out here. So I'm just finishing up, getting ready, and then I'm gonna get us on the trail. So we're hitting the Sonoran Loop competitive track here. I think we've got some, I don't know, maybe a mile or two of Jeep road before we actually get to the single track. So hopefully I have enough daylight left here. It's probably about 3:30 by now. Sun sets at 5:30 or a little before. As you can see, it's quite beautiful out here. It's probably one of the more scenic areas as far as regional parks go. Like most of the places closer into town, the trails are pretty rough and pretty rocky. So I've hit the technical section here. I was out here maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago. And it's been a while since I've been back here, so I don't know if they've changed things up or what to expect out here. I don't remember much of this at all. Making slow but steady progress up the hill here. It just seems to get steeper. Well, it has been a straight up climb since I started this trek. Just take a look at all this out here. And we got to keep climbing this. So let's get underway. Hopefully I have enough time to get this done. Hit the little technical segment here. Whoa. Yeah, not. Whew. This is pretty technical. This is bigger and badder than I remember it. And this stuff is pretty burly. It's another reason I hate climbs, big climbs right before a bunch of technical stuff. It seems to cause you to get sloppy in the saddle. Like that. Man, this is almost as bad, if not worse than Stray Mountain race loops. Yeah, I'm getting nowhere on this trail. I think it's time to head back. Oh. This loose stuff's the worst. There we go. Holy crap. It's just hanging on by the skin of your teeth. This has definitely gotten rougher than I remember. Okay. His feet down. Let's go check some corners. Okay. Seat back up. All right, made it past that part. Now what? One way, eh? All right. Whoa. Find ourselves doing another climb here. You know, my favorite thing. Well, I think I'm about 2 miles in on a 7-mile loop here. Not making very good progress, but I decided to keep on going because I was seriously thinking about turning around and going back. mostly due to time constraints. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it around this loop before the sun goes down, but I'm going to give it a try. But I had just had to stop at the top of this hill and take a little rest and take. This is where I just came up after diving way back down into the desert here. Here's the ridges that I'm following. Pretty stark out here. Rough terrain. Inhospitable. Imagine being a settler in this area. You can't imagine traveling through here with no trails, anything like that. But you can see the city out there once again. Pretty hazy though. We got the brown cloud inversion that's come and sitting there now. Probably going to be there for the rest of the winter time. This is what seems to happen out here when the air gets still and cold. It's definitely technical in here. So here's the question now. Do I head back on this little trail? Or do I continue on this trail? Well, the good news is there's lots of little connectors through here, so I'm not stuck on the trail for the whole duration. If it starts to get too dark or what have you, I can always hit one of those little connectors and head back. But for now, we're going to keep going at least up to the little next crossover and see how we're doing at that point. All right. I'd like to say that all the crazy stuff is probably behind us, but I have a feeling it's not necessarily the case. Now we're on the dark side of the moon here. Well, looks like we have another decision to make. Head back to the parking lot from here now, or continue on. I think if we continue on, it's another like 2-mile loop. But it looks like we might have enough sunlight left if we hurry to do the whole thing. Why stop now? There we go. To climb or not to climb? That is the question. And I'm going to say for today, not to climb. All right, we're back to the little cutoff. And we're heading back to the car. Or the truck. Well, I wish we had a little more time. Maybe I'll bring Scott up here. And we can do the whole loop. I definitely remember now that big climb that was just back there that I decided not to take. I don't remember if I used to be able to climb that or hike it. I know I've had the bike through there. Oh yeah, back out into the sunlight. Feels good. Got some fun little dives through here. Spun out. This gear too low this time. Just made it back as the sun was just peeking down behind the ridge line. Temperature started dropping out there. Wasn't as good of a ride as I hoped it would be, but it was good to get out, get a pedal in, and kind of get familiar with the lay of the land out here once again. I'd like to come back out here. Reminded me a little of the Estrella Mountain Park competitive loop, but different enough that I think that I liked it better. There was enough little stuff on the technical loop to keep it interesting. Some of it was pretty bumpy, fairly similar to some of the stuff on the Estrella Mountain loop. But the Estrella Mountain loop, what this didn't have that I didn't like about the Estrella Mountain loop was the mile or two of just nonsensical switchbacks. This one had mileage. I almost did the full loop, but there was quite a climb up the last hill before you go back down behind the ridge there, as you saw in the video. Wasn't quite up to the task today either. I'm going to have to bring Scott back out on this one with me and see if we can't complete the whole loop. Did a lot of hike-a-bike stuff on some of this stuff. Had to stop and rest a couple times. Just eating bad here this holiday season. You probably won't see this till springtime, but this is the eve of Christmas Eve right now. And thought I'd get out for one last bike ride before the holiday weekend sets in, and I'm going to try and get out for some more rides next week. I think I did about 4 miles, maybe 5.5 miles today. Elevation gain, not sure. The total was 570 something. If I had gone on the big climb on the last little loop on the backside, I'll have to look and see what it says for my Relive app. I started up late though on the trail. I was maybe, I don't know, 1/5 of a mile out, but I'm going to go ahead and keep that as a record for this ride. I may throw it up here on the video with the other stuff. Great ride. I'd give it 3.5, maybe 4 stars. I don't know. It's a challenge is what it is. So you definitely want to be an advanced rider to hit the technical section of this loop out here. This is no joke. There was a couple sections where I knew I wouldn't make it down or up or both. And so I decided to walk it. Part of it though too is I've got the new camera here that I'm using right now, and I did not want to go down and destroy this nice new pre-Christmas present that I got from my wife. So I took it a little easier than I might have, but we'll bring Scott back out here and hit this technical loop area again, and we'll do the whole thing end to end next time and give you a better feel. So anyway, it's getting dark here, and I'm gonna head back home until the next video. God bless and happy trails.